everyone! Today I thought I'd show you guys my migration process, since this is gonna be the first bullet journal that I am moving out of. The Hiraya journal had around 60 pages, give or take, and it lasted me around 4 months, from December 2021 to March of 2022, which is probably the shortest amount of time that I have ever finished a notebook. This new journal that I have is from a brand called Alan. I talk a little bit more about the details of this notebook on my Shopee haul, so if you haven't watched that yet, I'll link it up in the cards and down below. I was watching some of Leela Journal's videos on transferring over to a new notebook, and one of the things I found helpful was referring back to my index and noting the collections I would like to transfer over. I also did a little pre-work of my goals by reviewing the first quarter of 2022. This layout was started by Sublime Reflections, and I have tweaked it here and there, but it's pretty concise, covering changes that you've made personally, checking in with your goals, as well as some highlights that you'd like to remember within the year, the month, the quarter. If you guys want to check it out, I'll link it down below because I've really found it helpful, and I hope that you guys would too. Going back to the setup, I have simply stamped in the date that I had started this journal and transferred over the keys from my previous notebook. And then right below that, I am writing the purpose of this journal, which is to help me move forward with my goals by serving as my scorecard and tracker of all my habits and my vision for the year. Here I am just hand lettering my word, or in this case my phrase of the year, using my Fudenosuke brush pen. I am a naturally anxious person, and I do need a certain amount of control, but there's been a lot of changes in my life, not to mention a lot of uncertainties in the world, if you know what I'm talking about. This phrase just reminds me that even though I'm not in control, even though I can't really help in the capacity that I want to, as long as I am patient and I focus on what I can do instead of what I can't do, trying to plant daily seeds and taking care of what I already have, such as my family, the people I can reach out to, doing my best in, honing my skills and building up whatever community I am in, then everything will hopefully turn out okay. This next spread is likewise very simple. I just stamped in the word index and will be filling this in as I log the pages and collections that I will be doing in the following months. Flipping over, we have the future log, but instead of writing in the calendars once again, I just admitted to myself that I am a lazy potato and decided to just directly cut out the future log from my old journal since I haven't used it, and hodgepodge tape it into my new journal. I'm not gonna lie, halfway through this process, I felt a little guilty for doing this. I felt like I was committing some sort of bujo sin. For some reason, I have never seen any bullet journal influencer do this. Comment down below if you are like me and a fellow lazy potato, because I refuse to believe that I am the only one that's like this. If you guys want to see how I made this future log though, feel free to check out my 2022 setup. But for now, we're moving on to the next spread, which is the current me, future me exercise. I decided to keep this print out from my previous journal, but I do plan to revamp it because there's a lot of things that I want to cross out and change. So definitely subscribe and hit the notification button if you guys don't want to miss that. Here you see evidence of my further laziness, and I am taping in this projects page that I made in my previous journal, and it is simply a spread to track my progress, mostly on YouTube, as well as my decluttering of books. On the left-hand page, I wanted to write in my goals for the year, and this went through a lot of evolutions. So it's pretty refreshing to write it on a clean page. I also wanted to take this time to remind you guys to revisit the goals that you've had in the start of the year. See if it still excites you or if it's still the direction that you want to take. In the past, I thought that my goals were set in stone, so I never really revisited them because I would feel bad if I didn't make any significant progress. But something that I've been learning is that life almost never goes according to plan. So we have to be flexible with our goals, treat it more as guidelines than rules. Bullet journaling is a perfect way, a perfect system to experiment and get to know yourself better. If you haven't really done much for your goals, perhaps you can scale it back, or maybe you have to break it down to smaller tasks so that you won't be so intimidated in taking those steps. If you're not motivated by the goals that you've set, pause and think through why that is. Maybe it's not a goal that you should be pursuing after all, and that's okay. You just learned something new about yourself, and it's time for you to go down your list of other things you'd like to try and see if those work. Speaking of goals, I have a goal of making one sticker bundle every month on Etsy. This idea kind of sparked when I did these monthly and weekly sticker set, and shout out to Rashi Jain. In my previous video, I asked you guys if you'd be interested in some freebie downloadable sticker sheets, and they enthusiastically replied with a yes. If you guys are interested, make sure to check the description below. I'll put the link for the sign-up sheet either this week or the next. Aside from that, I also wanted to make 2 videos a month for YouTube, but I don't really know what other contents to have aside from monthly setups. So if you guys have any suggestions or maybe questions about bullet journaling, let me know down in the comments below. As always, your guys' help and encouragement are much appreciated. So all of this vision and commitments are written on the left-hand page, and beside that, you see kind of this monthly tracker to serve as a space where I can write down my video ideas for the month as well as the themes of the stickers that I want to make. Flipping over, I made a financial tracker, which is kind of a misnomer since this is listing more the number of freelance jobs that I am aiming to get. for every month. Here I am using my alphabet stamp to put in the header. Then I don't know if I can explain this well, but I wrote down the acronym of the months vertically, then drew in a number of boxes representing the number of jobs that I am aiming for each month. And every time I do get a job, I put in a cross in the box just to help me visualize what my expectations are versus what can be realistically achieved. And here's a final flip through of our migration process. There are a few spreads that I am probably gonna return to, but I'm sure that I'll keep you guys posted. If you're interested in free sticker sheets, make sure to check out the sign up page linked below. Oh, and if you want more regular updates, I actually made an Instagram account. It's at donnascorner.ph on Instagram, which I'll link in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like this video and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss future videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!